Hey everybody, it's Chris. I am here to do a video on 306 low resistance atomizers. A 306 LR by another company like Bowway compared to a 306 LR by Cisco. Um, I personally now only buy the Cisco. They're about the same price depending on where you shop, and the Ciscos are just so the vapor production is so much better. The big thing about them is when you order 306 LRs, they can be all sorts of different ohms. Is ohms the right word? Yeah, I think so. Like the Bowies I have, one is 1.7, one is 1.8, one is, I think I have one all the way up to like 2. The Cisco's are all 1.5 or 1.5 or 1.6. Generally, they're always 1.5, but they can vary by plus or minus 1. So when you get them, it's just much more consistent. You know you're going to get the same atomizer every time, not like a variation. And so one is stronger or better than the other. They're all 1.5 and vape the same way. What I have on here on the Pro Vari right now is 3.7 volts, obviously, with the Bowway 306 LR atomizer. So I'm going to take a hit of that and show you what that looks like. So that was about a 3-second hit on the Bowway. Now I am going to switch it up. And I'm sitting on the bottle of juice. This is the Cisco. Now, I'm counting off in my head to make sure that I'm getting a consistent amount of time that I'm vaping between the two. But I'm telling you, you could feel it, you can taste it, like just the difference between a regular or other brand 306 LR and the Cisco is just you can't compare the two. It's insane. We'll do it one more time. I'll do the switch and then I'll tell you a couple more things about it. Okay. I'm trying to do this quick. I'm sorry. Alright, so this is the Bowway 306 LR. I don't know if it comes off on camera well, but take my word that there's a difference. If I'm at work in my office vaping a Cisco LR, I gotta worry is someone gonna come in and my office is gonna be completely filled with vapor. If I'm vaping the Bowway, not so much. So I'm telling you, there's a big difference. The throat hit is a big difference. It's just there's a huge difference in how well they are compared to a regular 306 LR, regular being another brand. One thing I'm going to say about the Ciscos that's negative. When they make the Ciscos, they make the mesh. Now, I took the mesh off this one. They make the mesh so tight that you can't get airflow on some of them. I'm trying to grab one that's a good example of that. This one right here. There's so much, like, can you see how the whole end is clogged by wicking? So when you go to inhale, you'll get like a burnt taste sometimes just because there's no airflow in it. So what I do just to scratch, I mean, you don't have to do it with all of them. Some of them are actually okay. But what I do to scratch that problem is when I get my 306 atomizers, I take off the mesh. That way there's no airflow issues, no anything. I don't take the wick out, leave as much wick as possible. All you do is you take the atomizer, take a pair of tweezers, and I don't even use, like some people will say use scissors or whatever. You don't even need to. Just take a pair of tweezers and kind of like separate it, pull it away, and it almost comes off in a sheet, like in one piece. So if you do that, there's no airflow issues. It's just a perfect vape. To the point where I have this beautiful low resistance, high voltage mod, and I've been vaping the Cisco's nonstop, the 306 at 3.7 volts, which I'm going to talk about on the next video because 3.7 volts on a big battery mod is so much different than 3.7 volts on an Ego. The Ego will drop down to like 3.2 volts. So the first like 10 hits you take on an Ego are great. You're getting about 3.7 volts. And then after that, it's down, 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 down. So for the rest of the 3 hours that you're vaping on it, you're really vaping at like 3.2. So for me, using this at 3.7 was like a shocker. I was like, holy crap, that's insane. Like, it's so much more vapor than using an Ego just because it's a true 3.7 volts. So that for me is just, it's huge. And I haven't even really been using this much on high volts because the 306 is just incredible on a big battery mod at 3.7 volts. God, man, all these friggin' numbers are just killing me. So, I'll take one more hit. I hope this was a little bit helpful. I feel more like I've just been babbling for the past 7 minutes and 19, 20, 21, 22 seconds. So, I'm just telling you. I don't know if this translates well to video. I don't know if you can really see the difference. But trust me when I tell you, there's a huge difference in vapor production. There's a huge difference in throat hit. So if you're a throat hit person, and I know like my favorite juices are from KBV, Rice Krispie Treat, and that juice doesn't pack much of a throat hit. However, when I vape it on the Cisco 306 LR, there's way more of a throat hit than even pumping up to like 5 or 6 volt. Well, I don't vape at 6 volts, but like 5 or 5.2 volts on a regular atomizer. I get more of a throat hit using the Cisco 306 LR. So, if you're buying your Addies, I suggest buying the Cisco's. You're going to pay about the same amount of money. I get them, I don't know if Avidvapors is the only place to get them. That's where I get them. I've Googled it, and some will come up on sites saying Cisco, and then you get in there to the site, and there's nothing specifying an atomizer being Cisco. So I don't know if they just put that in like in description, so you go to your site, their site, looking for it, and then they hope that you'll buy from them. But the only one that is labeled as a true Cisco atomizer and that it's printed on the bottom that I've found is at Avidvapors. So definitely check it out. Google it. The atomizer is well worth it. You can get 2 atomizers and a drip tip for 20 bucks. It's like $19.99. Or you can buy the atomizer separate for I think $7.99 each. So it's like the same price as buying any other brand, but you're just getting way more vapor production out of it. So I'll take one more hit and then I'll leave you be because this has gone on way too long for an atomizer video. And that's my alarm clock right there. Ooh, that was a good one. That tasted delicious. Let me do it one more time.